that has some purpose or goal or plan. I feel like this is like a reason for traveling or a reason for staying late or a reason to like hang out with a buddy, but they don't want to be honest about what that reason is. The Queen of Swords is in the reverse because this is somebody who's like, it's just my business. You don't need to know the real reason, right? It's just, because I feel like going or because I don't want to be here. So we'll see what else this is. But let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind-chime time. I hope you're having a good day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box for you, as is more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. Let's dive in with the Tattoo Tarot and see what else we've got. What is this Ace of Pentacles? Another Queen of Swords. Wild. Queen of Swords, Five of Wands, Hierophant in the reverse. This is someone who's like, okay, when the cat's play, the mice will play. Is that right? When the cat's away, the mice will play. This is like, oh, goody gumdrops. I don't have to worry about getting caught, or I know that someone won't be able to see what I'm doing, or, I'll have the place to myself. Whatever it is, this person's like, wahaha. Knowing or like counting down to this like lack of restriction. Hello, Monique. How are you doing? Oh, I sure hope so. That sounds like a great idea. Oh, I love that. What else do we have? Page of Wands in the reverse. Six of Wands. King of Swords. And the Six of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, this is someone who is lying. This is someone who's not willing to tell you what they really want to achieve or what their real purpose or mission is. With Page of Wands in the reverse, I feel like they've made up some communication. Like, oh, I talked to my buddy, or oh, my boss told me that I needed to get this done by tomorrow. There's misdirection or like misattribution here, right? Oh, that text message was just from my best friend. Nothing to see here. But the Six of Cups is in the reverse. So I feel like this is someone going back to their old ways or wanting to do something they feel like they're not allowed to do under the watchful eye of a partner or perhaps a boss. But it's like, I'm not doing anything. I'm doing nothing. Hello, Javier. How are you doing today? We have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So the boss is going on vacation, so I feel like no one will notice if I leave 3 hours early, or no one will notice if I bring my boo thing. I don't know. This is just like, I know there's not going to be a watchful eye. I'm not going to have a lot of time, but I can break the rules while I'm not being watched. What else? Nine of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, I mean, it could be someone who just wants to like sit at the boss's chair while they're on vacation, but it does feel to me like this is probably more so about somebody who is looking to engage in some physical intimacy because they feel like they won't get caught because they have this chance. Like, this is such a perfect card because that's how I was seeing that Ace of Pentacles. Someone's like, oh, okay. So you're telling me you're going to be gone and then I can, flirt with someone. Hello, Eric. How are you doing? Hello, Mr. Loud. Hello, Unida. How are we doing? We've got Judgment in the reverse, Four of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. I'm gonna break some rules. I'm gonna do what I feel like doing because I'm here by myself, because nobody can tell me that I can't. And it'll be okay because I'm just going to keep it a secret. This sounds like an episode of Saved by the Bell, and then, like, I don't know, it's a house party, and then, like, you break a vase. You know what I mean? They're very confident that they can pull this off and not get in trouble for what they want to do. I'm not as confident in their skills on that regard, but we'll see. All right, tell us more about this misbehaving individual. The Tower. Another Hierophant in the reverse. Ugh. Yeah. Ace of Cups in the reverse, the Fool in the reverse. I don't feel like this is involving love. I do feel like this is about lust. I do feel for some of you this could be, dare I say this? This could be somebody who's like house sitting, or somebody who is visiting parents when they're an adult, bringing someone over. But we've got like this amount of time to do whatever we want, and I don't feel like it has anything to do with like lovey-dovey, let's, you know, live a life together. it's more like, what are you doing for the next 10 minutes? Hello, Ryan. Oh, I think that's between me and my beliefs, right? If it's not your thing, that's totally okay. I still wish you a really wonderful rest of your day. Hello, Carrie. How are you doing? We have the Nine of Wands in the reverse. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. So it's like leaving a door unlocked, or letting somebody know that they can come over whenever, but maybe they come over too soon, or maybe they feel like they can like bring their animals. I don't know. We've got someone here who all of a sudden seems overwhelmed. Like, wait, I didn't think it was going to be this crazy. I didn't think that like 150 people were going to show up, you know? Again, like cliche teenager movie, right? My parents are gone, I'm throwing a party, and oops, now they're all destroying these valuable items, right? How am I going to fix this? Good morning, Adam. How are you doing? Hello, Lotus. How's your day? So we've got King of Wands in the reverse, Six of Pentacles. Some of you, I'm just going to say they're trying to get laid, okay? I don't know if this is like, hey, you know, it's my last summer before I go off to college and my parents are going to be away for a little bit, or if this is my husband or wife is gone for a little bit, but we've got someone who's like, okay, I think I'm going to do something a little bit wild. I'm going to live a little. I'm going to go crazy. The King of Wands in the reverse would align with that kind of wild energy, or even promiscuous energy. We have the Star, the Three of Cups in the reverse, and the Nine of Swords in the reverse. This is someone who's just kind of like carefree. I don't think they understand that it's not as carefree as they think. They feel like timing and everything is lining up. The plans are in place. They feel like they're about to have a great time. But with the Nine of Swords in the reverse, they have missed something that's going to be a problem for them. It's like, oh, I left an earring or like a sock in your bedroom. That might end up being an uncomfortable conversation, right? If you're in a relationship with someone. Hello, Mr. W. How are you doing? Ace of Swords. Sun in the reverse, Two of Pentacles in the reverse. So when asked about what's going on or how are you spending your time, what are you getting into, this person has come up with a plan as far as like avoiding instability or arguments. Oh, I'm going to this like movie, or I'm going to this, I don't know, play, comedy show. They've tried to come up with something that takes up like multiple hours of their time so that they don't have to be like reachable. Knight of Pentacles, Two of Wands in the reverse. But there's an unexpected thing that happens, and even with the like best plans, right? There's bound to be something that causes a little bit of chaos. So what is this thing? What is this Knight of Pentacles? Oops, I thought I was prepared for everything, but then Two of Wands in reverse, I'm not prepared for that. I'm glad to hear that, Mr. W. Lotus, you've been spending a lot of time in time out. We've got threatened and hamster wheel. So there's a problem that happens with regards to cash flow or something that is expensive. Like I said, breaking a vase, you know, or someone, oh, really? We have a surprise visit. Uh-oh. This looks to me like we have somebody who is enjoying their alone time with someone else, enjoying that like space to themselves, or, you know, my roommate's gone, but right in the middle of their little steamy session, we have something else happening, and it could be something breaking. Let's hope it's not the bed. But I do feel like there's an expensive consequence to this. Hello, Apurva. How are you doing? Let me write that down for you. And more current feelings. And next move. I gotcha. Thank you. What else do we have? Sold. Moving, physical location change. And love, unconditional, certain love, insatiable. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Somebody here is gone. Maybe traveling, maybe the person with the plans, the King of Swords, Queen of Swords in reverse. This could be the person who's traveling. This could be the person who's staying. It kind of comes through as they're the one who's still around, but you never know. It could go either way for your story. But the separation from someone is what gives this King of Swords freedom to feel like they can do something that they want, that they know they probably shouldn't do. And it has to do with this person that they're very attracted to, but someone that they probably have to keep secret because it's not actually their partner. Entirely possible, Lotus. Hello, walking. Please do not summon demons in the live chat. Thank you very much. So we have realization and lockdown. Awareness, finding out, coming to light, and mental prison, confined. That's the problem, is we've got somebody who's going to end up getting caught. Somebody who maybe, you know, like the neighbor stops by and sees what's going on. Maybe another family member is dropping off a casserole. I don't know. But when you make plans and you feel like you're really like flying under the radar and nothing can happen, that's usually when things surprise you and ruin your plans. So this person got a little too arrogant, a little too comfortable thinking that their plans were going to work. All right, so this is the Energy Oracle. Hello, April. How are you doing? She's doing the evil eye. It worked, April. So we've got second chakra, Archangel Ariel, and seventh chakra, Archangel Uriel. Ariel, Uriel. Both of them. We got protection energy here. I feel like there is a curveball or something unpredictable for the person who is planning on lying about what they're getting into or what they're doing or who they're spending time with. There is a wrinkle in the plan or a problem that pops up, because we did have the pop-up card. And it could... It's another angel. It could be somebody with beautiful hair. Of course, we've basically got like the angels here. Charlie's angels. Blonde, red hair. And is that... I think that's brownish, blondish. But look, we've got a lot of protection around somebody. And I feel like this is also a reminder for the King of Wands. Hey, like, are you sure you want to do that? I'm not sure if they're going to, like, pay attention to that. But it's like someone saying, hey, 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 you still have the opportunity to, like, not do that thing that might actually get really complicated for you, right? I'm doing great, thank you. Hello, Kate. How you doing? Oh my gosh, we literally have another angel. Okay. So, and that's a man. So Charlie's angels, here we go. We're solid. Whoever you are protected. You may be a bystander or like a good friend to someone in this. You may be the King of Swords. But we've got someone here who's really hoping like they can do something, finally not being under like the watchful eye of their partner or their boss perhaps. But they're gonna find out that they actually don't have that freedom the way that they thought they did. Hello, Skyland, how are you doing? Is that like a chain? What do you mean, Lotus? Like a Chinese buffet? So this Temperance in the reverse. This King of Wands seems to be pretty confident they have enough time to do what they said they were going to do and also make sure that they cover up whatever else they might do. Three of Wands, huh? And the Three of Swords. I don't know. I feel like they're going to go through with this anyways. They have this opportunity. They see that something isn't really quite the way they wanted it to be. Look, one time I was trying to cook my favorite, it's a Thai pasta dish that my friend Pia taught me how to make. And it's delicious, but I also had moved from Minnesota to Tennessee at that point. And so there's like different, I don't know, like brands and logistics and distributors and whatnot. So I tried to make this dish with slightly different like sauces and not quite the right noodles, and it was just like off. And I should have known before I got too far into the process, like this is just not going to be the thing that I normally make. This is somebody who's like seeing these clues like, oh, I guess that's how we're gonna, oh, that's wrong. Oh no, I guess they're coming home early, whatever. I still got time, it's okay. Like Homer Simpson, it's still good, it's still good. No, my friend, it's not. You are just so desperate for this. Oh, so many things I could say right now, but YouTube will get mad at me. Insert your favorite euphemism. This is somebody who's so focused on getting laid, they're not really thinking about how things are sliding into the, this is probably not a good idea, because all of the things that might have made it seem like it was a good idea, not so much. But it's about the timing. It's like, but I can, and no one will know. Queen of Wands. Nine of Cups. Five of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like someone comes home early or a neighbor or family member shows up. Hey, whose car is that in the driveway? Hey, why are you dressed in that outfit? I think we have a little bit of an embarrassing moment here. And maybe it happens even before the lustful partner shows up. We have the King of Pentacles. This feels to me like the person who's staying home. Probably the person who has the plans. They're supposed to be picking up on the fact that there's too many details that have changed, or it's not really looking convenient or a good idea for them to continue on with these plans. But they're like refusing to agree with that. They're like, no, you can still come over for 20 minutes. It's okay. Hello. How's it going, Lemonade? Hello, Curry. What's up? Yeah, I don't know who that is. That might work with people who care a little bit more about celebrity news. Hello, Matt. How are you doing? What else do we have? The Four of Pentacles and the reverse. Sun and the reverse. Ace of Cups and the reverse. Queen of Cups. And the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah. I think we have someone who shows up unexpectedly. Either they come back from their trip early, or someone cancels their trip. We have some interesting change of plans. And as a result, whatever the lie was, I'm trying to make it seem like I'm busy and that's why I can't, make it clear that I'm not hanging out with someone else. We've got someone who's able to say, well, that's strange because I'm here and I can see that you're not here. So where are you actually? Did you go out with some friends? What's going on? And then we've got some alarms going off. Someone's like, oh no, what do I do? I can't lie. Or I can't lie very well. Which is it? I don't know. So now I feel like there's this race against the clock. Signs of the times. What do we have? Oh, yeah. I recognize the name. Hello, Tina. How are you doing? Hello, Rick. How's your day? We've got infinity, unlimited potential, firefly, wonder. So distracted from something important by the lustful desires. We do have someone who could be risking a job or perhaps even, I don't know, a free ride at college, pun intended. We've got someone who might have made a bad decision here that could have consequences beyond what they expect. Especially if they're being kind of reviewed or interviewed or assessed by anyone who's looking to hire them or grant them a scholarship or something along those lines, promote them. This could be problematic if all of a sudden now there is a scandal for this person, because it was not as easy to do the thing that they were really hoping to do for that person. Sorry, guys. All right, this is the Romance Angel Oracle. What else do we have? Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. And keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So the person who is in this relationship or is being kept in the dark about what the King of Swords, Queen of Swords in the reverse is actually doing. This is someone who may end up realizing that the relationship was never really right for them anyways, that this person wasn't doing right by them, and they want to be in a connection with somebody where they don't have to feel like they need to question what's going on and can I trust you? I think we've got someone who's thinking at this point, maybe it is better if this relationship ends. I've seen what's actually what this person's capable of. Maybe I just need to move on. For others of you, this could be someone who is realizing that when they have the opportunity to get this alone time or this physical intimacy with someone, that it's not really who they want. So that's an interesting twist. All right, this is the Golden Girls Tarot. Oops, it's not. I reached for the wrong one. Hello, Tarolus. How are you doing? I'm glad you caught it, Matt. Hello, Robert. How are you doing? What else do we have? King of Cups. The Star. Three of Cups. See, there's some big dreams here for this King of Swords. Queen of Swords in the reverse, the person who's got these plans. And if they're able to focus on those plans, then there's a greater deal of success in store for them. So this is looking like a whole distraction. It's not the right use of this person's energy. What else do we have? Knight of Wands in the reverse and the Magician. Five of Wands and the Page of Swords in the reverse. They may be discovered with their robes on or in a state of undress. Knight of Wands in the reverse is giggity giggity energy. Five of Wands and the Page of Swords in the reverse. The problem here is someone's supposed to be doing something else with their time. This is not the right pursuit. The King of Swords has this ability to be more successful, get a promotion, or finish a project, or do right by an obligation to a family member. There's something that they're supposed to be doing, and it impacts them in a positive way, but they're choosing this lustful energy instead. I know. Gotta rethink your choices. All right. This is the Zodiac fortune-telling cards. There's one in particular that I'm thinking about. We'll see if it comes out. I think it's Beware of a Blonde, you know? No offense to the folks out there with lighter hair. You are too good for your own good. A little bit too strategic. A little bit smarter than others. Your wisdom will be more appreciated later. A marriage will take place soon. Regardless of opposition, you will be successful. So don't get distracted by this person who you might find super attractive. Maybe this is about someone else, but for the majority of you, this is probably directed at you or letting you know about a partner. There are bigger things to focus on, better things to focus on for this King of Swords. There's protection here to try to guide them away from making this mistake and investing in somebody that they should not. And it could look like, you know, bad weather or timing being off or, oh, gotta take my car in. There's something here where it's like trying to make it easier for this King of Swords to be like, okay, maybe I shouldn't do that. This is the, what's the news? Hello, Con, how are you doing? I'm sorry you're going through that. I hope your day improves. What else do we have? The blues, repo, and receipts. So if this person does go through with their little plan, there's going to be receipts that come into play that cause some issues. We've also got somebody here who may have a problem with payments. So it could even be that this King of Swords is trying to invest in something that they can't afford, literally, right? Like they need to be working instead. And with the blues card, it's like, I don't want to think about how things could potentially end up, if I'm going to have consequences or if I'm going to regret this, because I'm too focused on what I think is going to be worth all of this chaos, right? Hey, Lee, how are you doing? For the weekend? For sure. I've got that added for you. All right, what else? Yes, we have somebody here who is like very determined to party. Surface pleasures. And we have another person who is very comfortable doing some detective work and finding out what happened when they were gone. Maybe even leaving like a camera or something. And then we have ghost. Disappearing act. Oh no. So this like flirtation or attraction is likely between two people who are in different stages of financial security. And it does look like we might have somebody who is leveraging romantic connections in order to either not have to pay for certain things or even to be able to steal from someone. Seems to be a common theme today. So this is like, yeah, you might be able to like flirt with this person, but it might be like Jennifer Love Hewitt from Heartbreakers. It's not worth it. It's a trap. Hello, Gibson. How are you doing? Oh, you're allowed to vent here, Con. Don't worry. Oh, you're so welcome, Lee. Hello, Brianna. How are you doing? I'm not sure if you're asking if I'm threatening someone. I think it's just saying that there could be consequences for this person having an affair that they didn't necessarily anticipate. I would liken it to the Coldplay incident, right? They were going to a concert, they thought it was going to be innocent fun, nobody would really find out what was going on, and then it blew up into this huge thing. And now there are divorces and people getting fired and probably not having a very fun interviewing process trying to find another job. You know what I'm saying? There's this like long list of things that could happen to negatively impact someone who has a lot of skill and talent if they are too invested in a connection that is kind of focused on the physical, right? Because this is somebody who is meant to be graduating or moving into that next chapter in their life. But it requires those long-term intentions. You can't be over here distracted thinking about like, you know, you know what I'm saying. Hello, Nat. How you doing? My old friend DV. I got you. Thank you. Let's see. That was not the right one. Where are we at? We're at 32. I'm just gonna pull 2-ish quick cards from the Love Tarot because I do feel like we've got potentially some unhealed wounds here. And then we're gonna start with those personal questions. So, yep, we've got, I said potentially someone who needs to heal or unhealed wounds, right? Need time to heal. Right now I'm in a space where I need to focus on my healing and self-love. This isn't about you, it's about me. So it could be the affair partner, the person on the outside of the relationship is given these signs to back off and doesn't actually show up and says, you know what, I'm sorry, I don't think I can go through with that. But we do have an apology as well. I hate how much I've hurt you. I'm so sorry for all the pain I've caused. You didn't deserve any of it. So there's an opportunity for this King of Swords to not go through with that plan, or there's several things that could kind of derail whatever plans they had, including the person that they might be trying to get busy with, backing out because they feel like this isn't a good choice for them. If they go through with this, though, there are some consequences, which could include somebody maybe even getting fired from their job, right? Hello, Pri. How you doing? Hello, Mr. Steves. What's going on? All right, let's go with, this is the Marseille Cat Tarot. We've got Apurva, Lee, and then Nat for personal questions. So this will be for Apurva. What are animals' current feelings for Apurva? King of Cups in the reverse. Sun. Four of Wands and the Two of Swords. This person's all over the place. There is some anger, resentment, or frustration or sadness with the King of Cups in the reverse. It's not like loving, it's distance, but also kind of like frustration. I look at this cat in the sun and feel like this is somebody who is frustrated because when they think about their happiest times or what would make them happy, you are someone who comes up and they think about you. But it's like, I have to make a choice. Do I want this or not? So I feel like you're up against either a choice in their life, you know, I'm going a different way or moving somewhere else, or another person. We have the Four of Swords. Perhaps this person is just not even sure they want to be in a relationship. But they do feel with that Two of Swords, this is like, I know I have to make a choice. I have feelings, but I don't know if I really want to do all that. What about the next Two of Swords, Apruva? Six of Cups in the reverse. 10 of Wands. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. I don't know that there's a lot of moves happening here. This seems like someone who keeps delaying or procrastinating. There's a little bit of an immature streak. This is like, I've got too much going on, you know, maybe later. Even though this person just said, like, I know I'm at a point where I probably need to, like, make a decision, right? I have to do something here. Hello, Laura. How are you doing? Hello, KDS. What's up? Hello, Star. All right, let's see what we have for Lee. What do we have for Lee for the weekend, please? What do we have for Lee? Page of Wands. Six of Cups in the reverse. Seven of Pentacles. Hierophant. So it looks to me like there is a not so great start to the weekend. What is communicated or like given as an expectation does not actually align with reality. It's like if you buy a dress online and it looks great in the pictures, and then you get it and it's like literally made of different material. It doesn't look. This is like, this is not what I was expecting. Okay, but I guess we will like make the best of it, right? We have Seven of Pentacles and the Hierophant, and I feel like this is someone who has the ability to do better, but has chosen to not put extra effort or time or perhaps money into it. Hello, Megan. How are you doing? Hello. Welcome. We've got the Hanged Man and Justice. Is this saying that a living situation is not what it's supposed to be? There's an offer that fell through or a deal that fell through. So what is this Ace of Swords? What's the truth? Six of Pentacles. Renting a place? Like just for the weekend? This could be someone who's like trying to dress something up, make it look better, or showing literally a different place, like this is where I'm going to be, and that's not where they are. Because I feel like, again, this isn't like the picture. So is there any issues with regards to safety? No, not initially. We have the devil, though. I do feel like the issue is just like, you know, the person. So I hope that's helpful. I do feel like that's in general like good news. You shouldn't have to worry. But this is not, this is like a, things are okay for now, but long term, probably questionable, right? What do we want? Let's go with this. I am sending you protection, Lee. And this is the wild reflection. We've got Nat up next. What do we have for Nat on DV, please? What is going on for DV? We have the Sun, Justice, Page of Wands in the reverse, and the Six of Cups in the reverse. So this is someone who slipped back into an old habit, made a decision even though they knew it was probably not the right one. Like, have you ever been driving home from work and you see people are, I don't know, going around in a non-lane because the highway is backed up and you're like, oh, you know, I'm gonna do that too. And then you see like a cop behind you and you're like, oh, regret. I feel like this is somebody who's feeling regret, didn't think there was going to be like a quick, like, oops, right after they did something. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Page of Cups. Eight of Cups in the reverse, Two of Cups. This feels to me like accepting a love offer from someone you're not really interested in. And then regretting it. Like, oh God, don't get obsessed with me. Ugh, I don't even like you. This is like, it feels to me like this is someone who is with a new person and thinking about how they should have probably done something better with you. Or this is somebody who slipped back into an old habit or behavior, maybe partying, and feeling like that's not really solving the sadness that they're experiencing. With the Eight of Cups in the reverse and the Two of Cups, it's like, I just want to feel like that again, but it feels so difficult, you know? I don't think I'm going to get that with this person, but they're feeling lonely. They want that compassionate energy. Hey, Con, how are you doing? Is Leah a good person who loves me? I sure hope so. Let's find out. Is Leah a good person who loves Con? Oh, we got the Ten of Cups. Okay, here's what I'm hearing. So we see the Ten of Cups. This is a really good card for love. Does Leah love you? Yes. Is she a good person? Then we hear that, well, we just got a little bit to work on, you know? Like, if we really just making it that simple as like bad versus good, that's like a pretty difficult question for most people, but like we could put her good, but like we got a couple things we need to work on with that Three of Wands. It's like, this is somebody that has the intentions to be a good partner and cares about you and wants you to be happy, but also might be just a little bit stubborn as far as like, oh, I know you hate it when I leave my socks on the floor and I think about it when I do it, but I don't care enough to actually change the behavior. Look, if I love a person, I'm going to try to address those things that they bring to me as a problem. So this is like, yes, there's just some things that need to be addressed. We got Seven of Cups in the reverse, the Hermit, and the Fool. But I will tell you this. This is somebody who would like to be like direct and open with you. Sorry, don't get very like secretive energy, which is always a good thing because in a relationship, you should be able to be like that, right? This is someone who is genuinely interested on improving things. We just need like a little bit of a kick in the butt. I've needed that before, you know? But there is a new chapter here, and I do feel like there's an increase in motivation and a desire to really like clean up shop. So I feel like you're going to notice a change in energy, And it's going to be quite positive, and it could also be because you're doing some things that inspire her to do stuff, right? We have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. What is this? Judgment. Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. One of the things that needs to be worked on is budgeting and money. If you're going to have a good relationship with this person, and if we're going to qualify someone as good versus bad, I do think that it is important to at some point have a respectful conversation about how to approach finances, because there still seems to be some potential for, I don't know if I want to tell you that. I don't know if I want to tell you that I did this or that I spent that. You know what I mean? So then you're allowing her that space to get those things done, and if it works out, whatever. But yeah, I mean, I think that's the healthy choice, because if you're going to love a person, that doesn't mean the only way that you can show that person that you love them is by being around them all day, every day. You're my person, right? Sometimes you show a person that you love them by removing yourself from their sphere so that they can recalibrate and get grounded again. When you're around other people all the time, sometimes it's a little bit more difficult to hear that voice from within. What do you mean you don't have a voice? What? Just kidding. This is like, people sometimes just need a little bit of space to grow up, and that's what she's being directed to focus on. I think there's a pretty good chance of that as well. And I also think your mom's wise. All right, y'all. I think I'm gonna leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. Thank you for hyping if you're able to. And I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.